Breaking news. Atiku Abubakar calls on National Assembly to be transparent in Tinubu's tax reform bills. To my dear listeners, before I go into details, kindly ensure you like, subscribe, and share to this channel. Now the details. The former Vice President and presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party in 2023 general elections explained that he has been following with keen interest the intense public discourse on the tax reform bills, adding that Nigerians are united in their call for a fiscal system that promotes justice, fairness, and equity. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has called on the National Assembly to ensure that it properly guides and ensures that the content of the current tax reform bills aligns with the interest of the vast majority of Nigerians. In a statement on Sunday shared on its ex-former Twitter, Atiku called on the NAS to revisit and make public the resolutions of the National Economic Council, a key stakeholder and an important organ of the state with the constitutional power to advise the president concerning the economic affairs of the federation. The former vice president and presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the 2023 general elections explained that he has been following with keen interest the intense public discourse on the tax reform bills, adding that Nigerians are united in their call for a fiscal system that promotes justice, fairness, and equity, while calling for objectivity, the transparency in the conduct of the public hearing being organized by the National Assembly. Atiku insisted that the fiscal system the authorities are seeking to promote must not exacerbate the uneven development of the federating unit by enhancing the status of a few states while unduly penalizing others. The statement partly read, I have followed the intense public discourse on the tax reform bills with keen interest. Nigerians are united in their call for a fiscal system that promotes justice, fairness, and equity. They allowed and clear that the fiscal system we seek to promote must not exacerbate the uneven development of the federating unit by enhancing the status of a few states while unduly penalizing others. I call for objectivity and transparency in the conduct of the public hearing being organized by our representatives in the National Assembly. As a concerned stakeholder, I firmly believe that transparency and objectivity are essential for promoting accountability, good governance, and public trust in policy making. He added, the public hearing process must facilitate open and inclusive participation by all stakeholders, including civil society organizations, traditional institutions, politicians, public officials, and subject matter experts. In this wise, I call on the NAS to revisit and make public the resolutions of the National Economic Council, a key stakeholder and an important organ of the state with the constitutional power to advise the president concerning the economic affairs of the federation. The NAS must be appropriately guided and ensure that in the final analysis, the content of the bills align with the interest of the vast majority of Nigerians. To my dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news, and now before I go, let's move down to the comment section. Let's see what people have to say. The first comment I have here says, without structural reform like the tax reform, production and human capacity development will never be achieved. You can't continue to use population as a means of strength politically without positively converting them to productive and consumption strength. Another comment here says, NAS will surely use the opportunity to collect big bribes from Tinubu, who is currently enjoying the largest loot than everyone that has ever ruled Nigeria since 1960. A comment here says, those states with 40-something local governments should buckle up. The time to vomit the money consumed so far is near. And the comment here says, we demand immediate withdrawal of this controversial bill. It must be discarded. While another comment I have here says, why is the North so worried about it? Does tax form matter than the South, the main taxpayer? Another comment which I have here says, um, what can solve the problem of Nigeria? It is separation, hatred or unity. We neutral all this and stick to unity, the only way out of our major problems. And another comment says, my state governor hasn't any issue with tax reforms. He knows his way and understands all the benefit the reformation carries. Now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by the comment section and let us know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.